This is the first ever Boeing 737. It first flew 60 years ago, and since then more than 12,500 have been built, flying all around the world. My question though, can you fly all around the world only using the Boeing 737? Well, today I'm going to try and find out. Let's get to the airport. We've got a plane to catch. First stop, SeaTac International Airport. First flight, Alaska Airlines to Hawaii. Let's go. Here we are then, my first 737 heading west across the Pacific. Alrighty then, airborne flight one of this crazy 737 adventure going all around the world. The rules are pretty simple. I've got to circumnavigate the entire world using only Boeing 737s. This is the first one of about 9 flights I'm going to be doing over the next few days. It's about 6 hours long now, down to Hawaii. By far not the longest that I'm going to be doing though. There's some super long 737 flights I've got planned over the next few days. On top of that, every flight I take will take me further westbound, all the way around the Earth and back to Seattle eventually. For now though, flight 1 was done and I was here in Honolulu, Hawaii. Thank you.
Welcome, bye.
Flight 1 done, 8 more to go. I'm knackered already. I've got a feeling this could be a very long trip. So there's my second flight for the trip, just pulling in, a 737 MAX 8 Fiji Airways. 7 hours now, the next leg, all the way down to Nadi in Fiji.
Have a nice
Thank you,
flight.
have a good one.
Hello.
Thank you.
Just the very first row
Right.
at the window on the right hand side.
you.
Hola, welcome. I'm very well, thank you.
Alrighty, flight 2, Fiji Airways, MAX 8, down to Fiji. 7 hours now on this one, but it's not too bad. 2-2 in business class up here at the front. I'm in row 1, so I don't have a massive amount of leg room, but it's okay. They give me a blanket and a pillow, which is quite decent. There is a nice menu for dinner, but I'm not going to be eating at this time of night. It's 4 o'clock in the morning now. At this point, I was absolutely exhausted. It was 4 o'clock in the morning and we were just lifting off from Hawaii for a 7-hour overnight flight to Fiji. Thankfully though, I did manage to get some sleep on this flight, and when I woke up, we were descending into Nadi International Airport. Alrighty, Fiji, 7 hours. I slept for a good chunk of that flight, which I didn't expect to in that seat, but wasn't too bad. Got a connection here now, and I've actually got a hotel for a few hours before I move on to the next one. Next job though, finding a taxi, which wasn't too hard in the end.
How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you? Ramada Hotel? Ramada Suites? Oh, thank you.
You can take it.
All right, thank you.
British land. British man, yeah. Spain and Argentina. Let's see.
Who's your team?
I want Spain to win because long time.
Yes. A man after my own British heart, and as it was, Spain ended up winning the match 1-0. Alrighty, made it to Fiji. Oh, drop my bags. I'll have a look at my room. I've got a room here tonight because it's like a 14-hour layover until my next flight onwards. Slept for a few hours on that plane, but not great, just sitting up in that seat. But it wasn't too bad overall. Fiji Airways not been too bad to me so far. Let's hope that continues because I've got another flight with them later on tonight. A few hours later, I woke up to quite a nice view. Morning from Fiji. Day 2 of this crazy 737 adventure. 2 flights down, 7 more to go or something. And we've got to get to the airport now because I've got my next flight to take. We're heading all the way across the rest of the Pacific to Australia today. And then I'll feel like I'm actually getting somewhere, I think, on this challenge. I jumped in a taxi to the airport, and like every taxi I get in Fiji, something was bothering me. Whenever I take a taxi here, everybody says, give me what you think. So I don't know. Just tell me what you need. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Good flight back, eh?
Yeah, we'll do. Thank you. See ya. Alrighty then, all checked in, through security, through immigration, let's get to a lounge. A couple of hours till my flight, so let's go and get to the lounge, check out what that's like here, and then down to the gate. Hi, Lola. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right, made it to the lounge here. Nardi, a little glass of apple juice. I'm actually quite looking forward to this one because it actually means that we're making some progress when we've done this. We'll be in Australia after this, only on Boeing 737s, with just the small matter of getting the rest of the way around the world after that. But we can cross that bridge when we come to it. 5.5 hour run now, I think, on a 737-800, I believe, of Fiji Airways. But of course, this is Fiji, and nothing is ever that simple. Hi there.
Yeah.
Hi.
So is it alright for you if you could just stay seated over here?
Okay.
Currently fixing your seat is okay.
Okay.
Just the engineer is just fixing the seat cushion.
Oh, okay. Right, okay. So just hang around here for a minute. Okay, yeah.
Engineers are bringing the seat cushion from the warehouse.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, no worries. Thank you. As long as I still have room for my case is all I'm worried about. So everybody else has boarded. I haven't, because my seat's broken apparently, and they're waiting for a new cushion to come from the warehouse. Literally the whole plane's boarded, and I'm waiting here now. Hopefully they find one, otherwise I'm going to be stuck here. Eventually the gate was closed and they brought me outside to wait at the top of the jet bridge. So what's the issue?
So there's no seat cushion on your seat right now, like the seat cushion.
Right, okay.
The engineers are trying to fix the seat cushion. They're still looking for it at the warehouse.
Oh, right, okay. Is there no other seat?
Right now it's fully, there's no other seats available in this class. All seats taken.
Right, okay. Eventually, a crack commando unit of Fiji Airways' best engineers came racing across the ramp. On board, a 737 seat cushion. With complicated mission-critical engineering work underway to fit it, it was soon time to get on board and just hope that I wouldn't be sitting on the floor. Hi, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah, we just managed to fix his seat.
Yeah.
And I've got space in the overhead locker for you, sir.
Perfect. Thank you. With the guy on the aisle realising he no longer had a row to himself, it was time to do the awkward squeeze into my seat, and fairly soon we pushed back and got on our way. Flight 3, Fiji to Sydney. About 5.5 hours on this one. This is a 737-800. This is a bit old and tired. There is a ton of leg room though, which is really nice. Pretty comfy leg room wise. They've got a nice brand new seat cushion as well, of course, to sit on. Seat reclines so far back as well, which is nice. Hoping to get a little bit of rest on this flight as we head across the Pacific a little bit more to Australia. And sure enough, a few hours later, the bright lights of Sydney appeared on the horizon and we touched down a whole hour early into Sydney. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Thanks. Australia, we have made it. It feels like we've come so far, all the way from Seattle to Australia, all on 737s. That's 3 down though. We've still got another like 6 to go. And first of all, I've got a night here in Sydney, and then we continue on. I'm so tired, worn out. I can't believe I'm here in Australia. I've not actually taken a flight on anything other than a 737 so far, and I'm across the Pacific. Next stop, a comfy bed on the other side of the airport. It's late at night, but not as late as it could be thanks to that early arrival. I'm going to try and get a bit of rest now, and in the morning get back across to the airport for my next ride out of Sydney. The next morning, it was time to say goodbye to Sydney on my next 737. Well, good morning from Sydney Airport in Australia. Time to get back across to the airport. I've got another flight to catch today. Continuing this journey, flight number 4 now on 737s. So next flight then across to Perth with Virgin Australia on a 737-800. And as you can probably imagine, flying around the world like this can take quite a lot of points, which brings me nicely onto Bilt, who are sponsoring this video. Now, Bilt's a loyalty program that lets you earn points on one of the biggest expenses you probably have each month, your rent or your mortgage payment. And those Bilt points can then be redeemed for all sorts of things, including flights and hotels, which obviously is where I like to be using mine, as well as things like lift rides, fitness classes, Amazon.com purchases, gift cards, and loads more. Bilt also has a network of over 50,000 partner businesses where members can get exclusive local benefits too. Now, getting started is really easy. Just download the Bilt app, sign up and link your cards to start getting the most out of Bilt. So if you want to start earning Bilt points on your rent or your mortgage payments, scan the QR code on the screen or use my link down in the description, and make sure you use my link so they know I sent you. Anyway, thanks again to Bilt for sponsoring this video. I've got another 737 to catch. Let's go and get checked in. So I'm not going to lie, I've actually been looking forward to this flight today quite a bit because it's Virgin Australia. I always love flying with Virgin Australia. They're a pretty decent airline. And also it's the first one on this trip really. There's a proper daytime flight. No more overnight flights trying to sleep in 737s. It's a 5-hour daytime run across to Perth. Hey, good morning, how are you? Yeah, good, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Before that though, coffee time. I only had time for one coffee this morning though, because pretty soon my plane was arriving to take me across Australia to Perth.
Thanks for waiting, everyone. We now invite our business class, our Velocity Platinum Plus, our Platinum and Gold members, and also those seated in Economy X seats to board now through the priority boarding lane.
Hey, good morning. Hi, thank you. Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. Welcome, business class. Thank you, sir.
Alrighty then, on board Virgin Australia. 5 hours now across to Perth on the west coast of Australia. Let's do this. This was a nice 5.5 hour hop across Australia, and it was actually pretty enjoyable. We got served a nice hot breakfast and there were some great views of other aircraft heading across to Perth. And what trip to Australia is complete without at least having one Tim Tam? Eventually we started our approach into a rather rainy Perth.
Welcome to Perth Airport. Local time has just gone 10 to 1.
Thank you, see you. Easy. Welcome to Perth, Western Australia. We've made it to the west coast of Australia. I think we're about as far south as we get on this adventure now. We start heading north again. Absolutely knackered. need a decent night's sleep. Hopefully I get that here in Perth. I don't know. Let's see. It's raining in Perth. I thought this was like the desert. Hey, Mandy. Hello. How are you? That's good timing. I booked a room at the nearby Aloft Hotel, which was pretty nice, and they even upgraded my room. Oh, this is quite a nice room. Look at this. This is the Aloft Hotel in Perth. It's about 20 minutes or so from the airport. Right now, it's like lunchtime here in Perth. For me, it's the middle of the night. It's almost 1 a.m. and my next flight is at 11 p.m. Perth time, which is about 9 a.m. Central time. So for me now, it's bedtime. So I'm going to get into bed, get some sleep, hopefully. And a little bit later on tonight, local time, we'll be getting back to the airport. Morning. It's 7 a.m. my time. I've not slept well at all. Got maybe 5 hours of sleep here. Hopefully some time to sleep today and get a bit of rest on the plane across to Malaysia, because we're taking Batikare today from Perth up to Kuala Lumpur. Hi, good morning.
I used to wear what I'm wearing here. Can't stop now.
Exactly.
Honestly, you can't stop. Okay.
All right, thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, good, thank you. That's perfect. Thank you very much. All right, thank you. See you. Alrighty, checked in for Batikare. We may have our first problem. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna have a look when I get through to the lounge, figure out if there is a problem. Let's not make problems before they exist, but I have a feeling just as my spidey senses is tingling, and that's not just because I need caffeine. So we have a bit of an issue. I noticed when I checked in, they'd put me for the second flight I was on with Batik Air today. I'm supposed to be flying from here to Kuala Lumpur with Batik Air and then on to Tashkent in Uzbekistan. Now, when I checked in, they've put me for the second leg from Kuala Lumpur to Tashkent in seat 1K. And I'm like, hang on a minute, 737s don't have a K usually, it's A2F. And I had a look and I didn't even know that Batik Air had anything other than 737s, but apparently they do. And they've got A330s and they've swapped that second leg to an A330, which clearly is a bit of an issue. So I need to figure out what we can do. Fortunately, there's a bit of a connection in Kuala Lumpur, so I can potentially look at something else, a bit of padding. Either way, I need to get to the next place and connect in with my next 737. So what if one leg changes? It's like a chain, everything else sort of collapses after that if we're not careful. But I didn't have too much time to worry about that because pretty soon my ride up to Kuala Lumpur arrived. Okay, so the plane's here. At least this one's a 737 up to Kuala Lumpur. The next one isn't. I've got to figure this one out. I think I might have found a bit of an option. The issue is that all of my flights are so interconnected with one another. I've basically got to get to further along my route on a 737 now, not back to the States necessarily, but to some point along my route, because every one that I miss now is obviously a flight that I've booked that I'm not going to be taking. And I was supposed to connect in Tashkent up to Warsaw in Poland with LOT, Polish Airlines. Clearly, if I don't get to Tashkent, then I don't get to Warsaw, and then I don't carry on to every other step after that. I think I might have found an option. I'm tentatively looking at something. But first, sustenance was required. Awesome, thank you, have a good night.
You too.
Hello there, how are you? How's things? 2A.
Thank you.
Flight number, I don't know now, don't even know, flight number 5 I think now. Batik Air up to Kuala Lumpur, 5 hours 50 or something, almost 6 hours. It's not too bad, this is quite nice, like loads of leg room here, which is pretty nice. Relatively comfy seat, we've got pillars, we've got blankets, all nice. It's an overnight flight, but for me I'm going to be awake I think for most of it, especially after that Red Bull. Looking forward to moving on to the next step. We're off to Asia on the 737. So I have some good news, and I think we can keep this 737 thing going after KL. I need to position up to Phuket in Thailand. So rather than having a nice long layover in KL, I've got like 3 hours there now. Flight up to Phuket. Then there's a flight tomorrow morning heading across to Europe on 737s, but that will get me into Europe with enough time to then chase my last flight and back to the US with a little bit of luck, fingers crossed. So now I'm off to Phuket, it would seem. You know, ordinarily an upgrade from a 737 to a lie flat bed on an A330 would have been quite welcome, and I'm kind of a bit annoyed that I'm having to miss that, but we have to keep the 737s alive. But in addition to that, I also had to keep myself alive, and after taking a bite of the lukewarm chicken dish they served up, I decided to give it a miss and opt for something a little bit safer. Don't judge me. I've eaten lukewarm chicken meals on planes before. It does not end well. Safer option. And as we got closer to Malaysia, we were welcomed by a beautiful early morning thunderstorm. Who needs in-flight entertainment when Mother Nature's giving you a display like this, right outside the window? Eventually we began our descent into a very stormy and rainy Kuala Lumpur. Thank you, bye-bye. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, next stop. And my next flight now leaves in just a couple of hours from here because we're off to Phuket, apparently. Hi, good morning, how are you?
Thank you so much.
Amazing, thank you. Thanks. Right, so my next flight is with Malaysia Airlines. Their 737 now up to Phuket, and because it's on Malaysia Airlines, I get to come to the Malaysia Airlines lounge here in Kuala Lumpur. Got some breakfast, but it's tea time, so I'm not quite sure, to be honest. But they don't have any rice or noodles, which I was looking forward to having a nice noodle dish here in Malaysia. They're usually quite nice, but they didn't have any. Beef and chicken rendang and some taters. Yeah, It's okay. So with the sun rising over Malaysia, another day began and it was time to head north to Phuket in Thailand.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, thank you. Have a good day. Hello. Good morning, how are you? Yeah, too well. Alright, thank you. Flight number 5, my unexpected ride on Malaysia Airlines 737-800. This isn't bad actually. Up to Phuket in Thailand. Never been there. It's just where the 737s go. And actually, ironically, I've just been sat at the lounge up there. On my phone, I looked at how many subscribers I've got. And this morning, I have just hit 737,000 subscribers. So thank you, all of you. And it makes it kind of quite ironic that I'm in the middle of this 737 adventure and hitting 737k subscribers. So thank you. And if you're not subscribed already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I do crazy stuff like this all the time. I appreciate every single one of you, seriously, because you let me do this. And with that good news, we waved goodbye to Malaysia and took off for a 2-hour flight north to Thailand. After a couple of hours, we started our descent into the Phuket area, and let me tell you, this approach was really, really beautiful. I just wish the weather had been a little bit nicer. Thank you. Thank you. But as beautiful as the surrounding area is, the airport at Phuket is really the polar opposite. Immigration took over an hour this morning, almost half as long as I'd been in the air for the entire flight from Malaysia. Eventually I finally got through and look forward to getting to my airport hotel that I'd booked.
Yeah, number car 51X na.
Okay.
Tea of 4 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, thank you. We set off for what I'd assumed would be a 5-minute drive or so. But 20 minutes later, we were in the middle of the forest and still driving. So the hotel I'm staying in, I thought it was an airport hotel, but I just looked on a map and it's like half an hour away from the airport. It's in a place called Bang To. So we're out in the middle of the forest in Thailand now, heading down there. I've only got like 9 hours there. Eventually, after a 40-minute drive, we pulled up to this building and I was told to get out because we were here. Perfect. Thank you. Oh, lordy, what a nightmare this was. My airport hotel in Phuket is 40 minutes from the airport, and that's after it took an hour to get through that immigration line as well. So I'm here now, and my next flight leaves in about 7 hours. I've got like 5 hours to sleep here. Well, with a bit of luck, get a little bit of sleep anyway, and then back to the airport in time for my next flight tonight. So, yeah, that's, there's my view, by the way, out over the bright lights of Bang To. I don't know, I've never been to Phuket in my life. So I've had no idea what it was like. I literally booked it on a whim before I took off, and I found a day use room here, and that's the only one I could find that got space. So that's where we are. Anyway, I'm off to get some rest. I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Morning. It's 5:40 in the morning. My taxi leaves in a few minutes. Got to get back to Phuket Airport, do the marathon journey up there, and then take today's flight for the next 737 adventure. Hey, good morning, how are you? The driver announced he'd be taking me the long way round to the airport, which normally I'd have been pretty annoyed about. But when the long way round had views like this, well, even I couldn't complain about it. Sadly though, this beauty wouldn't last as we pulled up to Phuket Airport, which quickly put me into my regular complaining mood again. I have to say, this is probably the most badly signposted airport I've ever been to. Time to get out of this godforsaken airport. There's literally no signage anywhere. This is easily the worst one I've been through yet on this trip. Crikey, it's like Bangkok, but somehow worse. Even better, we got a bus gate. But look on the bright side, at least I had a comfortable ride to the aircraft to look forward to. Or maybe not. Either way, it was time to get out of Thailand and take my next 737 with Oman Air to Muscat in the Middle East. Well, this is relatively pleasant. Certainly the nicest 737 I've had on this flight so far. This is Oman Air's Boeing 737 MAX 8 now. We've got about 6 hours on this thing today across to Muscat. And it's quite nice. The leg room's pretty decent. We've got all that space. Look at this seat here. We've got big TV screens. Really nice, like, 2-2 config seat. Reminds me a little bit of the business class you get on Saudi or on their A320 Neos. It's very similar to that. It's quite nice. Quite nice for a 737 anyway. With my newfound fancy seat, we were soon pushing back from the gate and getting on our way for the flight across the Indian Ocean to Oman. I had some dinner on this plane not long after takeoff, which was pretty nice. Then I fell asleep and woke up as we began our approach into Muscat. Okie dokie, welcome to Oman in the Middle East. I'm absolutely worn out. I slept for like most of that flight, I think, even though it's like my daytime. But in any case, I feel like we're actually getting somewhere now, you know. We're in the Middle East. We've made it like not only across the Pacific, but also across the whole of Asia. And we're now in the Middle East. I've got somewhere to sleep just for a little bit because I've got like a 14-hour layover here in Muscat. Right, a few hours here in Muscat now. This is the airside transit hotel here at Muscat Airport. It's not too bad really, is it? Quite a nice view out there actually. But for now, I'm going to try and get a bit of rest and I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Oh, good morning. I'm not going to lie, not the best night. I had a nice big comfy bed. I was looking forward to getting a decent night's kit. Unfortunately, my room had other plans. There's some sort of issue with the electrics, and every couple of hours, whenever the AC kicks in, it trips the whole electrics in the room. And then when everything's gone off, like a few seconds later, everything kicks back in again. All the lights come on and the TV comes back on at full blast. As you can see, I've actually unplugged it at like 2 o'clock this morning in a complete state of being annoyed and angry. I got up and ripped the power cord out the wall for the TV. And then not long after, I've had like the family in the room next door with screaming kids from about 5 o'clock. So yeah, I've not slept well at all, I'll be honest. I was hoping that this would be kind of a nice sleep here and it wasn't. So maybe I'll get that in my next stop. But it's time to get my bags together, get out of here, get to Europe, and then we're almost there. Oh, come on, let's do this. You know, the thing I find whenever I do these sorts of trips is that as I get more and more tired, my patience wears thinner and thinner, and things that ordinarily at the beginning of the trip wouldn't affect me, by the time I get to this part of the trip, they start getting on my tits. Screaming kids at the side of you doesn't help. Let's get downstairs. We've got a plane to catch. We're off to Munich today. Next flight, next 737. 7 hours now, across to Munich in Germany. Hey there, good morning, how are you? One of the longest segments on this trip now, 7 hours now, up to Munich in Germany. So flight number 8 and another long Oman Air flight to Germany. I was starting to see genuine progress on this trip now. It's funny how different accents demark different points in the journey, and on this flight it was full of German holidaymakers on their way home to Germany. You know, sitting here on this flight, looking at the flight map with Europe ahead of us, just feels crazy, man. It's crazy. We've literally gone around 3/4 of the planet Earth now. And fairly soon we started weaving our way down into southern Germany for our arrival into Munich. Thank you. Thanks. We've made it to Europe. Wow. Hi there.
Hi, are you for resistance?
I've done it through there, yes.
I see your videos all the
do you?
time.
Thank you, appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much, it's amazing.
Nice to meet
Nice
you
to
anyway.
meet you
Yes, sorry, you
too.
go first.
Nice
Thank
to
you.
meet you too.
Thank you. We have made it across the Pacific Ocean, across Australia, across Asia and the Middle East, and now we're in Europe. And I've got a night here now. Just as the sun's starting to set in Germany, I'm off to the hotel. Let's try and find this Hilton, which is supposedly attached to the airport, but I can't find it anywhere. Eventually though, I did find it, and when I checked in, there was a pleasant surprise waiting for me. Hilton have upgraded me. Again, how nice is this? Got like a suite, there's like a conference table there and a little lounge with a couch over there and a bedroom through this bit just here as well. Very nice. Bathroom through there too. Very, very nice. So yeah, we made it to, oh, that's nice, taking my shoes off. We made it to Munich. Next stop tomorrow morning after I have a bit of a rest and a bit of a sleep, hopefully this afternoon, this evening and tomorrow morning or whatever. I don't know what time of day it is. It's evening time here in Germany, so I guess that means it's lunchtime lunchtime at home. So but I'm not sure I'm going to be awake until tonight, home time. But we did it. We made it as far as Germany, at least. 8 flights down now on my revised itinerary. 2 more to go. First of which, and the second of which, tomorrow. Tomorrow, we get home. Well, good morning. It is time to take my last 2 737 flights today back across the Atlantic to Seattle. Let's get across the airport, get checked in for flight 1. So Iceland Air today. First stop, Reykjavik in Iceland. What a lovely sunny day it is here in Germany today. Hi there. Good morning. How are you?
Sorry, sir. Just a moment.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is your passport.
Okay, thank you.
The boarding pass. The gate
Yes.
for you is departure D, DO 1 is gate
Okay.
number, sir. And upstairs, please security check.
Perfect. Thank you
you,
very
sir.
much. All right, we are checked in and we're off to Iceland. Flight number 9, the penultimate flight, Iceland Air now up to Reykjavik, and this is their Saga Granny class at the front of their 737 MAX. So it's quite nice. Not got masses of leg room today. It was the only seat that they got left, so I kind of went for this one. But honestly, I'd have been happy with any legroom on this flight since it marked the beginning of my flight home. By the time I went to bed that night, I'd be back in America, with a bit of luck. And after a few hours, I got my first glimpse of the Icelandic coastline as we began our approach into Keflavik Airport in Reykjavik. My next job was to clear customs to leave the EU, but when I saw the length of the passport line, I decided to head to the lounge and wait in there rather than at the back of a very long line. We have made it to Iceland. We've got 1 flight left now across to Seattle. I've come in here to the Iceland Air Lounge for a little bit. The queue downstairs for passport control was just insane. There's so many flights going to the States over the next hour. I figured I'd just come up to the lounge, grab a coffee, wait for the queue to go down, and then I'll come and tag in the end of the line down there and hopefully not wait too long. Come here for a cup of coffee. A long flight now, the last one though on this trip. 8 hours on a 737 now, all the way back to Seattle. Thank you. Good night. Okay, so the afternoon wave of departures has gone. I'm going to go and see if passport control is any less manic than it looked earlier on. Let's go and find out. And would you look at that? Not a single person. I'd call that a result. That's how you do it, you see. Hang out in the lounge, have a cup of coffee, and then by the time I got down there, straight to the front of the queue. And the guy was British as well, which was weird, talking to a British with an Icelandic accent, but we are through. And it was time to take my last flight. Oh, there she is, the last 737 that's going to take me on the last leg. Flight number 10, and the longest one yet, nearly 8 hours, all the way across to Seattle.
Okay, good to go.
All right, thank you. Thanks.
Take care.
Thanks, you too. Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you. So here we were then, flight number 10, and an 8-hour run across the Arctic from Iceland, across Greenland and Canada to the place where this adventure all started, just 6 days before, Seattle. It was time to get home. So this is it then, flight number 10, the last one of this challenge. Reykjavik to Seattle, non-stop. You know, I've taken over 1,600 flights. 278 of those have been on these Boeing 737s. It's by far the most common aircraft that I've ever flown on. Like 1 in 6 of my flights that I've ever done has been on a 737. The shortest flight I ever did on one was 11 minutes from Brazzaville to Kinshasa in Africa. This is one of the longest 737 flights in the world, 7 hours 55 minutes today. By far the longest 737 flight I'll have ever done. So what a good way to end it, with a nice long haul across to Seattle. And what a flight this was to top off the adventure. Crossing Greenland on a clear day is always spectacular, and somehow today it felt even more special. I'd crossed the Pacific, the Indian Ocean and the Atlantic, all on this incredibly versatile little aircraft. 6 days, 10 flights, over 24,000 miles, and here I was, almost home. Right, for the final time on this trip, we've just begun our descent down into Seattle. Can't believe we've done it. In total, my flights around the world had cost me around $8,000. Sure, I could have done it in far fewer flights with actual flatbeds and a proper business class for the same amount or maybe even cheaper. But honestly, for the experience I'd had, the places I'd seen and the people I'd met, I'd still probably take the 737 every time.
Dear passengers, welcome to Seattle.
And as we pulled into the gate, the exact same view I'd had 6 days earlier, Mount Rainier, welcoming me back to the US. Thank you. See you. Oh, we've made it back in Seattle. And the same gate that I left from as well, right at the beginning of this adventure. How cool is that? Let's get through immigration. There's one more place left to go. So here we are then, we made it back to Seattle. And we started this video next to the world's first ever Boeing 737. And I thought, what better way to end it than to finish here at the Boeing factory, where they still continue to roll 737s off the production line at a rate of more than one a day, entering service, flying around the world. These things aren't going anywhere anytime soon. For me though, I've got one more 737 to catch back home. But thank you so much for watching. As always, let me know what you thought down in the comments and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.